Hey guys, come on in. Welcome to the new drag boat. As you all know, this has been a summer-long project for me. I should say a couple-year-long project in planning and whatnot. It's something I've wanted to do for a really long time. And we finally got rolling here this spring. And as you saw in the earlier videos, I went through the construction phase. I wanted to bring you in more through the build of it, but I just had a lot going on and I didn't really have the time. So I thought I'll just kind of take you, pick up where we left off with the last video and kind of show you around on what we had done. So anyways, as you can see here, we did a final finish in white steel, ceiling and walls, post insulation. We wanted to epoxy or seal the floors. Unfortunately, that just did not happen because it was late in the season and I really wanted to get it closed in so I could work in here. But we plan on doing that in the spring. So ignore those, they will be super nice come spring. So anyways, start off in this area here, I think this is kind of like my little office area for now until I can get my office upstairs finished. This has to do. So got my little fridge here with some drinks, a little coffee maker. I've got, my filing, and this is where I sit down and make my invoices and pay my bills and that sort of stuff. And yeah, it's just this spot worked, I felt like. And then as you can see, we got the 75-inch TV. I like to watch TV when I'm especially working alone. That's the biggest thing that I've found getting used to is I've always worked in a public environment and working alone, it's really quiet and I enjoy it, but it's nice to have the TV on in the background. We can watch some boat racing or we watch all kinds of stuff, documentaries, history, that sort of thing. So this area is far from finished. I got some old, some reissued skateboards. When I was a kid, I was into skateboarding. I wasn't very good at it. I'm not going to claim to be, but I grew up in the Bones Brigade era and, I was a fan of these guys. So anyways, I've been collecting boards. I've got more that will go up. I'm going to put some different drag racing pictures from bikes and cars and boats. I'm getting a lot of stuff plaqued, but I want to hang up in this area. I do have my back-to-back championship banner hanging up. 2002, 2003 when we won the championship 2 years in a row. I've got some old 80s movie posters that I'm having plaqued and that. And back in the car show days, we'd get car show signs hand painted. And how cool is that? Like, that's a lost art. That doesn't happen anymore. And I dug those out and I thought, man, that just makes great art to hang up. So anyways, this is just kind of my little inspiration area, I guess. And so moving down here, we've got the double 72-inch snap-on toolboxes. I do have a hutch ordered, but it's going to take a few months to build. So, but this is kind of my, I don't know, call it wire layout. Nice clean area here for assembling stuff and whatnot. So you come on down, you'll see we've started to plumb air lines. The compressor is actually going outside. And the snow came before we could get it out there. We're gonna build a box for it underneath the stairs outside to keep the sound down, but we have started running the PEX lines. So the idea is to have these dropouts quick and handy if you gotta blow something off or whatever. So I really like that. I think that PEX stuff works and makes it nice and neat and laid out nice. So, and as we make our way down, we've got a couple steel workbench areas. I would call this maybe, motor assembly, tear down, assemble, whatever have you. I've been working on one here. We've got a 280 here for a customer in the US. So nice clean area here. Make our way further down. I would call this our fabrication area. I don't want to I have no desire to get into heavy fabrication by any means. I don't like the mess. It's imperative to me that the shop is impeccable, like hospital impeccable all the time. So my plan is, but I do have to have grinders and sanders. I do have a TIG welder. I can TIG aluminum and steel. If you need to make a little bracket or something for a boat or a car project, I can do it here and I don't have to sub it out. And I'm going to be adding a 3D printer to this. Couple things that I'm going to do to keep this area clean is I do plan on building a small divider wall here, just like a bit of a dust separation wall. And I do plan on putting a dust evacuation system here above the grinders. I just haven't got there yet. So, but this is, I guess we'd call it our dirty area. If we need any work to do, we've got a parts washer tank here, as well as the we've got a sonic cleaner there. So project motor for a customer. This is my wiring cart. It's just I call it my quick cart. I've got spools of wire, shrink wrap, a bunch of terminals, connectors, that sort of thing. If I'm working on a project, I can roll this up. It's not all that I have. I have way more terminals, way more wire, way more tools. But I kind of assembled a quick area that I can roll this up to about whatever I'm working on and be efficient in getting that going. So it just sort of hangs out over here for right now. The back wall area I wanted to keep relatively clean because I want this bay to be a deep one. It's 40 feet deep. So if I do get a bigger boat in here, it can come right up against this wall. But we got a couple things laying out here. This is an engine stand, belongs to a customer. Just some, some sawhorses, some creepers and that sort of stuff. This rack, this was something that I wanted to do from the word go. Every project that we do, you'll see on the front of the Camaro, you'll see on the side of my boat. It's important that we protect it. These are expensive, so we have 3 different options. This is just a light plastic that you can lay over a whole boat or a whole car if need be. This is a sticky crash wrap that we apply to any area that we're going to be in contact with. It sticks on nice, and at the end of the job it comes off. And this paper is like a heavy cardboard for protecting carpet or sea deck. If you've ever dropped wire strands in sea deck, you'll know that it is a nightmare to try and vacuum up. So every project that comes in will be protected, gone over with the customer, or the client, sorry, at drop off, and then again at pickup to make sure that there was no mistakes made. Just another roll of protection. Anything that we can do to protect the product or the project. This corner here is really messy. Mind this. That's the door for the upstairs, and everything that's here is to go upstairs, but right now I don't have stairs. We didn't get them built yet. So, but anyways, this area will be cleaned out. This won't be here. It just has to hang here for right now. My 300R, so, floor jack and evacuation tank and that sort of thing. So we've just got a project shelf here, just a bunch of supplies and stuff that we have here. If we are working on something, the covers can go there and some of the parts that come out of it, and then just some stuff that we keep in inventory and whatnot here. It still needs a little bit more organization, but we're working on that. So move on down. This outside wall is just, storage. We got gear case storage there. We've got, some dollies. Our ladders are hang here strategically in a nice place, fire extinguishers throughout. We've got a motorcycle lift, which I use for all kinds of things. It's super handy. Making our way down here, we've got, our storage for, call it spray paints and oils and that sort of thing. We keep there. And then that's just a bunch of rigging hardware, anodized hardware, that sort of thing. So I'm probably going to hang that up. Just haven't got to that yet. This area here we've kind of designated to just when motor or power heads get dropped off or picked up, they can go here. I think I'm going to build a platform to get them up off the ground. But that's the area where they go. They're out of the way and sealed and protected. And then you know, we're still in the midst of organizing hanging brooms and squeegees and funnels and finding what really works. But so far, this is what we've got. You'll see that on the back wall, that air line that runs up, obviously it has not branched off to the areas that it needs to go. It will go out through that wall and outside. But from there, it'll come across the back and go to the one center reel. So we've got like a 50-foot airline that drops down from the center of the shop. You'll see that we put in receptacles above what I would call the 2 bays with retractable extension cords, so that if I'm working in a boat and I pull that down, I don't have to drag it across the side of the boat. It's up out of the way, it's kind of nice. We went with 4 ceiling fans and these nice, there's 9 of these high bay lights. James Ross's company came in, Toronto Electric, and did all the electric in this place. Did a fantastic job. Those lights are 2,000, 3,000, or 4,000 lumen. I've got them on the 3,000 setting now, and it actually hurts to look up at them. And then James picked some nice industrial fans with controls and put them in place. So that all turned out really nice too. You'll see over here, you'll see a couple of chains hanging down. There is a beam up in here for various reasons. If we need to lift a motor off a boat, a power head off a boat, we do have a cherry picker, but I hate cherry pickers. We can use that beam. I'm gonna buy a cordless, an electric winch, if you will, for lifting motors and power heads off. The other thing we did too is I strategically placed them about 20 feet apart. So if I need to lift an Allison, an STV, any one of those boats up off the trailer, set them on the dolly. If I want to flip them over, they're spaced in that way that we can do that. We're gonna actually flip my STV back over and work on the bottom a little bit. So we had Knox Insulation come in and insulate the whole shop. Did a fantastic job. There's a mix of blow-in, spray, bats. It's nice and warm in here. We went with the LiftMaster power garage door, 18 by 10 foot door. So I chose the door so that we can bring stuff in on an angle, that sort of thing. So that all worked out really good. I'm still, the goal all along, or the plan was to install a hoist. But I'm not 100% sure that I want to do that now, because here's the reason is I've proven here that I can have 3 projects in here to work on at any given time and still have enough room to walk around them. If I was to put a hoist in here, 2 posts, by the time you add the width of the posts, I want some room for my bench area, my engine building area. I probably ultimately lose a bay. So we could have a project on the hoist, one underneath it, I guess, and one over there, but I just have to really decide whether I want to give up that space. As handy as it would be for certain things, I don't need it for boats. It is handy with cars, but I don't know that it's imperative, so I'm not too sure that I'm going to go down that road. I'm not 100% sure yet. So that gives you the general layout. We've got, the plan is to add air conditioning in the summertime, so that I can work comfortably in here, and yeah, I think that gives you the general look around and shows you what we've done. So that includes this video for now. I mean, this is the general layout of the shop and where we're at in this stage, video 3. Next time I bring you back will be spring probably. We'll hopefully have the siding on the outside and we'll get going with the upstairs, and then I can start to add that. It just, like I say, the end of the year, we were so pushing to just get this closed in and workable, which has been great. The guys were awesome. You know, we got the heat on. We're able to get it so that I can work in here. But we'll bring it back for video number 4, which hopefully at that time will be maybe a sealed floor or epoxied floor. You know, the stairs upstairs, we can walk upstairs and do a little look around. It'll be roughed in. Probably won't get finished up there till next year or so. I'm in no panic to do that really. I just really want to get the outside sided, get the final grade work and stuff done outside, and get this floor looked after. Then after that, we'll move upstairs. But anyways, thank you as always. I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry it's been so long in between videos, but we got this video here this week, and then next week we're gonna get a video on the next step of the Euro and what we've got done with it so far. So as always, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment below.